Mic check, check, good. So I'm Max Duran. Max Duran, CWB Association Welding podcast. Today we have a really cool guest, welding podcast.
The show is about to begin.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the CWB Association podcast. My name is Max Duran, and as always, we're hunting all over the place looking for great stories and great people to bring on the show for you. Today we have a wonderful person that I met in my travels in Ontario, who actually calls Ontario home right now, but is originally from the Ivory Coast, or Côte d'Ivoire, as they say it themselves. Today we have Awa Dembele. Awa, how are you doing today?
Hi, Max. I'm doing well. What about you?
I'm doing good. Today was a very busy day, but, busy day for me now is meetings. I miss the days when a busy day was welding. But you get older, things change.
Yeah.
So Awa, tell me a few things. Let's start with number one. Where are you from? Where's your roots?
Okay, thank you. I'm from Ivory Coast in West Africa, and I was born in Abidjan. Abidjan is our capital economic, but I grew up in the village, like a beautiful little village with my grandparents. And after that, I do my primary school there. After that, I go in another city, but it's not a big city, just small city. And I do my secondary school there. After that, I come back to Abidjan and I do I get my bachelor and my master degrees in accounting there.
So you studied accounting back in West Africa, and I know I told you when I saw you, but I have a deep love for West Africa. I've worked in West Africa. I love the people and the food, and actually I had a trip where I was supposed to go to Côte d'Ivoire to visit, but we couldn't get across the border. I couldn't get in the country, but that's okay. We tried. I could see it. But you got a accounting degree and masters. So why accounting? Why did you choose accounting?
I never choose accounting.
Who chose accounting for you?
It's my country. Like in my country, when you get after your secondary school, they put you where they think you can excel, like where you can succeed. So they put me in accounting because I do great in math. So I love math. And I don't like a lot, but my grandfather was so happy when I say they put me in accounting. So I'm like, maybe it's great things. Maybe I can like it. So I try and I love it.
Yeah.
So it's that.
Now you loved it because you love math. But let's explain. I'm curious about the process because you said, you didn't have much of a choice.
Yeah.
So is that just the way it is in Ivory Coast? So everybody just says, you go be accounting, you be engineer, you're going to be X,
No. When you get the name, it's baccalaureate, like the bac. You just have to choose. You have three choices. You can choose medicine, like be a doctor, or accounting. I chose three things, and my first one was be a doctor. And my second one was, I don't know what I chose, but I don't think I chose accounting, but they chose for you because they think you can excel there in this one. But for most people, they choose one of their three choice. But for me, they choose another thing than what I chose. So
yeah. Now, what about welding? What about construction? What about back home? Is that one of the choices that they never said? Awa, you could be construction, or you can be building houses or something. No.
Oh no, things like that. No, because in university you have to do like things like for the office, like accounting, be a doctor, things like that. But you can choose welding. we don't have to go to school to do welding. You can see a welder everywhere. Like you can
On the
drive and
street.
see yeah, on the street. So you
Yeah.
don't have to go to school to do welding. Yeah.
And I mean, I'm sure your opinion on that has changed over the last few years, learning what welding can be. But let's stay with the storyline here. So you finish bachelor's in accounting, then master's. So that's like 5-6 years university. That's a long time.
Yeah, but I can explain. Like I do my bachelor in 3 years, and after
Hmm.
that I started working. So I
Okay.
work and I do my master in at noon, like after my after
After
work.
work. Yeah.
Yeah. So I do my master in 2 years, just two
Hmm.
years.
Good.
So 5. Yeah.
Yeah, 5 years. So you must have a job. You're happy. You get your master's. You feel like you're in the right place. What happened? Why you leave? Why do you leave Africa? Why you decide to start a whole new path?
Max, I always want to move. When I was young, I
Hmm.
always tell my mom that I want to discover other things. Like, I love my country. I love Ivory Coast and I miss them, but I
Hmm.
always want to see some another people, another culture.
Hmm.
So, after my bachelor, I start to search and I decide to go at USA in
Okay.
America, and I apply for many schools, but they don't want to take me with my bachelor. They just want to take me after secondary school.
Hmm.
Like I have to go back
Start
and
over. Yeah.
start over. So yeah, I
No
start.
good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like that, and after that, the people I search with, they recommend me to look for Canada because I
Hmm.
have a great background for Canada. They're looking for worker, they're working for, yeah. So it's
Hmm.
why.
So then, when Canada accept you to come as some type of, like, it would have been a working visa, did you already have a job? Were you coming here to be an accountant? Is
No,
that the plan? What was the plan?
yeah, no. In my country, I was I was accounting, I was business accounting. I worked
Hmm.
for 6 years. I like my job. I like, but I want to grow up. Like
Hmm.
have have another position in my company or get better job.
Hmm.
And I apply for student visa,
Okay.
student, and I just come to work, no, not for work,
For
to
study.
study business administration.
Okay.
And I have just 2 years, so 2 months for English class and 2 years for my business class.
Hmm.
But yeah, it's the plan. So doing 2 years for my business accounting and go back home and have a better position. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. So somewhere along the line between arriving in Canada, getting ready to study your business administration, somehow you connected with the welding world. So how did that connect? Because I know I worked in West Africa training welding, and welding there is a different thing. It is only like it's only a necessity at the last minute. There's no training, there's no schools, there's no theory. There's even the equipment can be just a car battery sometimes. But here welding is a very different thing in a very niche education
Yeah,
world.
yeah.
How did you connect those? How did they connect with you?
Okay. Um, the plan was 2 months for English, but they asked me to do 6 months when I arrive.
Okay.
But it's long for me. So I search for another school. And
Mm-hmm.
when I apply, they don't accept me because it's business accounting, it's business administration. It's
Mm-hmm.
always busy. They just say maybe for the next
Semester.
semester.
Mm-hmm.
So I look and I ask my friend, I say that I don't know, I can't wait for the next semester because I think I'm old. Like
Yeah.
the year goes so fast, so
Yeah.
I can't wait for another year. So
Hmm.
he asked me to try like things nobody can know. I don't know. I can say nobody, but not
Not
everyone
normal.
should,
Yeah.
yeah, not
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah.
And he say welding can be good because you can have, because you are woman, you can have many opportunity in welding. I'm like, welding, accounting, it's wow. It's so, yeah, it's so
Different. Yeah.
different. I'm like, I don't know. I never know what is welding like. I understand welding, but I don't know how. And he said you can just try. And
Hmm.
I just apply for welding. And when I apply, they say, yeah, you can start. Yeah, I'm
Very
like,
fast.
okay,
Yeah.
very fast.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's what is going.
So when you walk in, okay, you're Awa, you hear you have a plan from your home country, and the plan is not going how you expect. Then someone says, maybe try welding, and you say, okay, maybe I try. Boom, you're accepted. Okay, you're doing this now. Okay, here you go. What were you thinking about yourself? Thinking I'm starting a whole new thing of education. I know nothing about this. I know for many women growing up in the world, they are not shown tools, they're not shown the trades, they're not shown construction from an early age like most of males are shown. So were you scared? Were you scared to go into this school? Were you scared that you would do okay? Did you think maybe you were not fit for the right job?
I was so scared, Max. I was so scared. Yeah. And I feel like um when I start, I feel like I chose the wrong things, and I feel like, yeah, in my country, I have my job, I have a plan, I have. It's not all things I want,
It's good. Hmm.
but welding, I change all things. But I'm like, yeah, I can do just 2 years welding, and I
Hmm.
will change. I will change, but I can get my paper with this trade, and I
Hmm.
can I can just have a work. I can work with this one because I need to work and
And go to school.
go to school. So it's it's the plan, like doing this one just for a moment and go back
Hmm.
to accounting after that. But now now it's I can think about accounting now. Like I'm so happy to do welding, but we can say that maybe after, but yeah, so
so
excited. Yeah.
so how far along are you in the 2 year course? Did you finish the 2 year course already?
No, I just finished my first year.
Okay, so how was your first year? By the time you started to the time you finished, what was that experience like?
Yeah. For my first day, I asked my teacher, like, I can burn myself. He said, yes. If you don't want to burn yourself, it's not the right way for you. I'm like, okay, I'm scared. I start and my teacher was so great. Really,
Mm-hmm.
I I continue this trade because one of my teacher tell me that you come from so far. You start something, you can't stop. Like you can stop maybe, but you can't stop because you come from so far and you just start something. Go go
Do
to
it
the
right. Yeah.
yes. Always he tell me that. I'm like, okay, and it wasn't easy because I'm one woman in my class. We are
Only one?
only one. We are
Mm-hmm.
15, and always I'm like, why am why another girl don't do that? Like I'm just alone here and I'm not sure I'm doing the right things, and yeah, maybe I can do something fancy, but
Mm-hmm.
but that is when I start. But 2 months later or 3 months later, I'm just happy to go and to weld. Just
Mm-hmm.
I'm just I just plan to what can I do tomorrow? I can do this one better. I can do this one better. And the guys I do my friend in my class, they are
Mm-hmm.
so fun. They help me a lot. Like they can give me some help. They can help me for anything. So yeah, now when I finish, I'm like, yeah, I don't choose the wrong things. I'm in the right way, and yes, I like this one.
Well, it's very interesting the plan that you had because this is a smart plan that I tell many people. The trades are much quicker, much faster to get into the workforce. Even after 1 year, you can go get a job and make good money already. Once you finish 2 years, then you'll be able to get a very good job, and then you can choose to do a different career later, but you still have the certification, the papers to make money now.
Yeah,
And that's nice. It's nice to be able to just go make money now. And I've had students when I was a teacher be a welder, make money, and then switch to something else. But then it's much easier, much less stress because they know they have a trade already that they
yeah,
can always use to make more money.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
So
it's why I do welding now. Yeah.
yeah. Now you finished your first year. How did you finish in the class? Were you a good student, bad student, in the middle?
I can say bad, but I'm doing well. My
Yeah.
teachers say I'm doing well. Yeah, I'm doing really well, I think.
Good, good, good.
Yeah. I'm not the last one. Like my teachers
Mm-hmm.
say, you don't know. I can tell you, but you're doing great than someone. I'm like, okay, yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah.
So you finished the year, and you still got 1 year left. And which college are you at?
At Collège Boreal, it's French school
So
in
that's the one I saw
Sudbury.
you at, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So we were there for a Mind Over Metal camp for the CWB Welding Foundation. I stopped in to visit, which is where I met you. And number one, Cote d'Ivoire. Most people don't know Ivory Coast is French speaking. So for you, you probably speak good French, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really good.
yeah. I do not. So, but I
Oh,
saw
okay.
I met you there, and I asked you, what was the connection? So how did you get that gig working for College Boreal there for the camp?
Okay, I'm working for the foundation. I'm a summer student for
Mm-hmm.
CWB Foundation, and they asked me to go to the camp, so I have to help the teacher with the student. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And how did the foundation find you? How did you apply for the summer student job?
Yeah. After the school, my teacher sent us to all our class a email like the foundation looking for the summer students. So I apply and I take my interview, and yeah, they take me.
You're lucky, lucky. So your boss as a summer student, is it Josh Fortin?
No, it's Mary Fuck.
Oh, Mary Fu.
Mary,
Yeah,
yeah,
no, Mary's fantastic. She's great.
yeah, it's
So
great.
how was that experience? How was it working with kids? You know, they many of those kids, I met those kids, and some of them said that they didn't know anything about welding. Some of them said they were not maybe even very interested in welding because they were just starting. And you were in a similar position a year ago. So
Yeah.
how did you feel working with those kids?
Oh, it was great. I feel like they learn so fast. They learn
Hmm.
really fast, and it was really great. I like working with. I can tell you a little bit story. When I
Yeah.
start, when I start in the foundation, it was so crazy. Like I don't speak really good in English, and
Hmm.
my first day they asked me like it's a meeting, and they say, "Oh, welcome. You can just make a little bit story, like just presentation." I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I was so scared, mask. Like I don't know what can I say, like, but it
But
was
you have a
great.
great story. You have a great story, though.
Yeah, but I just I'm like, oh. And I know that they say, but who is this people? Who is this? When I finish, I say to my mom, call my mom, I say, I don't think they will say I can stay there because my English is not the best. One day I was so scared, but they
They liked
helped
you.
me. They like
Yeah.
me. I think they they helped me to do great. And the student I met, they are so they are so cool, and I really love working in this way
With
because I
children.
work, yeah,
Yeah.
with children, because I work with children before in my
Mm-hmm.
country, and here I doing like 6 month teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I do a lot of volunteering, so I I always
Mm-hmm.
work with children. Yeah.
So now after the summer, because now summer's almost over, you're gonna go back to your second year, right? What's your goal for this year coming up?
For my second year, I it's the fabrication. I hope
Okay.
I can learn a lot.
Lots of math.
Yeah, yeah,
You love math.
yeah.
That's good.
I say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I can succeed. Like I
Mm-hmm.
can learn, and I can like have a lot of skills in fabrication and also in welding because we have just sometimes to weld, and I can learn a lot. I can like find some things like a work after my school, like a good work
Mm-hmm.
like CWB, and yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
my.
Now, do you have intentions to work as a welder, like as a career? Like I know you're still thinking about going back home or maybe a different job. I don't know if you're deciding to maybe stay in Canada, try to get your PR. There's many options that you have in front of you. But after this next year of welding, do you think you will stay in the trades for a while to work?
I think yes, but not all my life.
Yeah.
I say that all the time. I want to weld. I like working like a welder, but more than this one. Like you see, with CW Foundation, it's welding, but you don't have to weld. You
Mm-hmm.
can weld sometimes when it's the camp and things like that. I love this way, but I want to weld, like try to weld in the
Mm-hmm.
company. I want to stay in, but not all my life, and because I know I want to have a chill, so all the time welding, I don't think for me, I don't think
Mm-hmm.
it's the right way I want to go.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know many women who have had children while welding, and there's actually studies that show that it's safe. It's safe, but it's a choice. Everybody chooses, because it's the hours of welding that sometimes are the scary part, because there's so much work in welding. Once you start welding, it's kind of like as much opportunity as you want you can have, and sometimes you just want to follow that money, just follow the work and work, right? And it's easy to get lost in that.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Now,
why
what
I
is?
say, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I say it's why I say I don't think I want to stay like in the trade all my life. I can say in the moment, but work like we've said that we be foundation, yes, I like
Mm-hmm.
that. Like
Like office work, yeah.
it's office work and it's in the trade.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider trying to combine both your trades? Both your education. You could, with your knowledge of welding, you would be a wonderful, planner or project manager or accounting for a welding company. Or working in the field as a office person for welding. Would you consider something like that for a future?
Yeah, I really consider that one, but I don't have a mentor. I know I need that. Like someone can give me some advice for that way.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's what I want to do, like some things in the office and what you say, but I don't have a lot of idea for where I can go, how I can do things. If
Mm-hmm.
I need to take another class, or if I need to take some things, or connect with someone. Yeah, I want to go in that way. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we can find ways to connect you because there's a chapter in Ottawa, there's a chapter in Quebec. There's people as a part of the CWB Association across Canada. That's all they do is they volunteer to help other welders. You know what I mean? So have you joined the association yet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good, you better have, or else you're in big trouble. All right.
I'm
Well,
in.
let's take the break now for our advertisers, and when we come back, I'd like to talk to you, kind of, your perspective on your travels in Canada, the education you've gotten here, and how you plan on translating that back home. So we'll be right back here. So don't go anywhere, anybody. We'll be right back here on the CWB Association podcast with Awa Dembele here.
The CWB Association is new and improved and focused on you. We offer a free membership with lots of benefits to anyone interested in joining an association that is passionate about welding. We are committed to educating, informing, and connecting our workforce. Gain access to your free digital publication of the Weld Magazine, free online training, conferences, and lots of giveaways. Reach out to your local CWB Association chapter today to connect with other welding professionals and share welding as a trade in your community. Build your career, stay informed, and support the Canadian welding industry. Join today and learn more at cwbassociation.org.
And we are back here on the CWB Association podcast. My name is Max Theron. I'm here with Awa from the Ivory Coast of West Africa in Ontario. Here, she's learning to weld halfway through her 2-year program, but has her master's in accounting and is now figuring out the future. The future is going to be so different for you with all this experience. First of all, do you plan on going back home? Do you want to go take what you learn here in Canada and take it back home to the Ivory Coast?
Yes, but
Yeah.
not now. Yes.
You have an idea how many years you want to stay?
I think I like Canada.
Mm-hmm.
I want to stay here, but go back home, it's my plan. I really miss my country, and I know we have a lot of to do there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I can
Contribute
build
to
my
that.
company.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah.
contribute to that. Yeah.
So you think 5 years? 6
No,
years?
5 it's so. I think 10.
10? Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're young now. How old are you? 25?
I'm too old, Max.
No, you're not. I'm old. Look at all my gray hair. I'm old. You don't have
I'm
any
30.
gray. You're 30. Oh, you're a baby. You're 30 years old. So, 10 years, 40 years old. What happens, Awa, if you fall in love and you have a partner and you have a family, then maybe you'll get stuck in Canada forever.
Oh, we can go together.
What are the things you are missing most about home? What is it you miss the most when you think of home?
My family.
Yeah. You have brothers and sisters and,
I have 3 brothers.
okay.
I have 3 brothers, and my mom miss me a lot. Like we all the time do something together. So it's yeah,
Mhm. It's tough.
food.
Yeah, the food. I miss food from West Africa.
Sure.
I live in Regina, Saskatchewan. We only have one lady here from Ghana, and then I have one restaurant from Nigeria. I mean, nothing from Cote d'Ivoire or Benin or anywhere West Africa, but some good jollof and some red and the good
Oh.
food. Yeah, it all. I love Ghanese fufu. It's like one of my
Mm.
favorite foods in the world. It's so good. Is the food the same in Ivory Coast, or they have different foods?
We have different, but it's like the same. It's
Mhm.
similar, but not the same. But do you know cassava?
Yeah, I know cassava root. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
We have this one.
When they pound it and it's fresh and it's nice. Oh, it's so so
Yeah.
good, so good.
Yeah.
Here, you can get cassava powder, but it's no good.
Oh,
But I seen it Superstore last week. They have cassava root here, but it looks different than the cassava root in Africa. I don't know where it's from, so I gotta figure it
Cassava
out.
root?
Yeah,
Don't know.
you're thinking about it now. So, so the food, the family. What are the
Yeah.
things in Canada that you like the most?
Um, I like the most. I think people, I don't want to say like what I talk with you,
Mm-hmm.
I have the chance to talk with you, but I can talk with the director of any company. They don't have like you are not in the same grade, you are not in the same level.
Mm-hmm.
Like people in Canada are really open mind. They have it's crazy because in my country you can't it
Mm-hmm.
change, but you can't see like the big boss of this company and talk with him. Like you
Mm-hmm.
have to do some maybe not networking in some place with your boss. You don't have the all the time the opportunity to talk with him.
Yeah.
But here it's like it's friendly, it's fun, it's professional, but it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So I think in Canada, people are really open in her mind.
You know, it's the same when I go back home to Chile. I'm from South America, and I'm back in Chile. I say that too, and my friends say that in business. They say, you know, in I want to go meet to somebody because you know I'm director at a company here, and I say, okay, I'm in Chile. I want to go visit. Somebody say, okay, well, we can get you to talk to the boss. You can talk to the boss. And I said, I don't want to just talk to the boss. I want to see everybody. You know, like I want to meet the people on the shop too and on the floor. And they look at me like, really? It's like, yeah. And it's like people on the floor in this company have never even met their own boss ever.
Yeah,
You know, they worked there 10 years. They never seen the boss. I said, that's weird. That's weird because how do you have a trust? How do you have
exactly.
trust with your company if you don't even know who's at the top, or if you have a problem, who are you going to tell or talk to? And I think
Exactly.
that that's kind of an old way of doing it. I mean, in Canada, obviously, still always problems, still always ways to improve, but
Yep.
that is a big difference, huh?
Yeah.
Now, what
Yep.
about for you in terms of any challenges in Canada? You know, what are some of the things that you found very difficult when you came to Canada?
Make a friend.
Making friends is hard.
Make a friend.
Do you have friends now?
I don't have like girlfriend, but in my class I say it's a man, so I have men, like
Mm-hmm.
some friends men, but we don't talk too much. But I miss the things like you can give hug to someone and you
Mm-hmm.
can just discuss. It's like
Just hang
friendly.
out. Yeah.
Yes, just hang out. It's really difficult for me. I'd say
Mm-hmm.
especially maybe it's me, but yeah, it's the things I think it's really difficult. Yeah,
Well,
yeah,
you know, you're in a part of Ontario that's a smaller population. You know, like Sudbury is kind of small, right? It's not a big city. Um, you know, is there a lot of black population there? Like, is there a community? Like, is there a West African community you can reach out to? Because, you know, I live in Saskatchewan. It's kind of the same. Like, you know, for immigrants that come here, I have a cousin here from Chile right now, and he's having trouble making friends because, you know, I keep saying you have to go out and find the community. They're not going to come to you. You
yeah,
have to go to them. And
exactly,
but that's very scary to do when you don't know anybody, you know?
exactly, exactly. It's my problem because I'm waiting for like people come to meet me, but I do volunteering, but
Good.
they are not my friend. It's
Mm-hmm.
like we do some volunteering together and we
Bye-bye.
we can bye bye.
Yeah.
And we can find some like I do volunteering and I meet a woman, but she's old. She's old,
Mm-hmm.
and she invite me sometimes, and I can just discuss with her, and when she have some event, she invite me. But she's old, and
You want someone young you
yeah,
can go to parties with and have fun.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's true. It's
That's
true.
true.
It's true. You
Yeah,
want to. And like, I mean, you're young, you still want to go maybe to the club or out to find new restaurants, and that's something that you miss when you move to another place, because those things were so easy back home. So easy back home. Just see your friend and say, "Hey, let's go have lunch." Yeah, let's go. And then you talk
exactly.
about your day, and you complain about the government and all the normal conversations. And
Uh,
here, how what do you do to pass your time then? You say you volunteer. Do you have any hobbies? Is there things you like to do?
I like to sleep a lot.
I don't know if sleeping is a hobby. To the listeners on the show, you're going to have to tell me if sleeping is a hobby or not. I thought maybe sleeping was something more important in life, but maybe it's a hobby too. Maybe. Well,
But I work out. I work out.
you
I do
like to
work
work
out.
out? Good.
Yeah, yeah. I really like running, so I run in the weekend can run like 2 times. So yeah,
Good.
I
Good.
like running.
But running is something
And
you do alone, though.
yeah, and I
Yeah.
go to the restaurant alone. So
Yeah. Well, to all the people in Sudbury, we're gonna have to get some people to take you out. I got some friends out there, and young people, no old people allowed. So and you're probably missing food from home. So if anybody from the Ivory Coast is listening in the like northern Ontario region, we have a young lady here who's looking for some good homemade food.
yes.
Yes, good, good. And
Yeah.
what about in terms of, do you see any other future education you want to get, maybe after welding? Because, to join them both, there's also like welding technician, there's fabrication, which is all math. There's other forms and avenues within welding that might be a good way to connect your education. Have you thought about that?
Yes. I think about like it's 2 years my school,
Mm-hmm.
and I will be a welder fabricator. After that, I want to take like some class in motivation. It's not in welding, but right now,
Like
honestly, I
robotics
don't
or
have,
automation? Yeah.
yeah, right now I don't have a really idea of what I want to do after my school. I know I want to work. I want
Make
to
some
work,
money. Yeah.
make some money, and I want to. I plan to take maybe engineering
Mm-hmm.
because I think I can learn more in metallurgy,
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
metal, and it's kind of what I want to take after this class. But really, honestly, I don't know what can I do. It's why I say I need some mentor, like someone
Mm-hmm.
can give me some advice. I like I like learning. I like
Mm-hmm.
doing great things. Yeah. I want to be someone. I want to be an example for my brothers and
Mm-hmm.
for someone. So I want to succeed on this trade because it's the way I want to be. I want to stay in, but I need to know where
What the
I can
possibilities
go,
are. Yeah.
what's the possibilities. But I take some without welding, I take some class online in motivation and accounting. I do some um to know how is the process in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So I learn a lot of things because I have time. And yeah.
Good, good. So I mean, obviously there's 100 opportunities for you to follow your pathways, and sounds like you love to learn, which is important. What about, this is just me thinking in the air now. Would you ever consider working for a welding shop, or maybe starting some type of welding firm back home? Like in Ivory Coast, like a something more professional, more like how you see welding here, not so much, because I know Nigeria is doing that. I know Ghana is doing that. I've been a part of those projects where they're taking welding and making them like a school here. Like, you go to be a welder, you get education, you get good money, go work for the mine or the oil and gas and make good money, not just roadside welder, you know. Would you consider maybe doing that back home, or is that too complicated?
No, not too complicated.
Yeah.
It's my plan. I want to have to all the business, and yeah, I think my country need this one, because when I say to my dad I want to be I take welding class, he's so like, why welding? You have many opportunity. Why do you want to choose? My mom, it's okay, because only thing I say, she said, if you it's the right way, you think it's the good way for you, you can go. But my
Mhm.
dad was, you can see a welder here.
Yeah.
It's
He's
not a
he's thinking
profession.
of something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I can do that. My dad will see that it's not well in the road. We can, they don't
It's
think about safety.
manufacturing, it's
Yeah,
factories, it's yeah.
exactly. It's a lot of things. So
Mhm.
yes, it's my plan. It's why I say 10 years, because in 5 years I can have some experience and I can plan what I can do back home.
That's
But
smart.
yes,
Yeah.
it's my plan.
You know, you're very mature for a young woman, Awa. You know, you have a 10-year plan. I don't think I have a 10-day plan. And I'm 50 years old almost. And I don't think I ever had a 10-day plan in my life. And you got a
Oh,
10-year plan. That's amazing. Like, you should be very proud of yourself.
oh, Max, I don't I don't think it's true you have plan.
Oh, my only plan is to be rich, and that's it. That's all. And yeah.
It's my plan too.
Yeah, good, good. And I'm doing all right. I'm doing pretty good. So, you know, but it's taken me a long time to, you know, you're being smart. You know, you're educating yourself. I didn't start my education progress with welding until much later, because I was almost like thinking of myself like a roadside welder. You know, I started welding young, and I thought, you know, I just weld, I just make money, and it's still a good job in Canada, no big deal. But then it took me like 10 years before I realized, like, I could do more. I don't have to just be here welding. I can use my brain and educate myself and move up. And then I, you know, eventually I got to where I am now, but it was lots of steps. You're doing it much better. You know, you're already thinking about those plans now, right when you're starting your career, right?
Oh, Max, but I think I'm old. It's why I'm so much. I'm 30, so I have to think about. I'm really. Uh, I think I'm old because what every people I see, they are younger than me, so I'm like, yeah, I think I'm old. So I have a project because I think my brother needs to take example on me, because
Mhm.
I'm the first. The
Born.
Yeah, and I always think about, I have an association, like association to help children. They don't have like a lot of money to go to school or in the Christmas. So those things allow me to see, like, I want to be someone. Those children can say, yes, I can be someone. I can I can just
Succeed.
like
Yeah.
succeed. I stay in the village like for 20 years, I can say. It's not a village, but it's not a big city. I stay in a
Mhm.
village. I go to the market. I sell something with my grandmother. I learn. I don't think anybody can say our can do a welding podcast with Maxio.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think anybody can say that, but I'm very proud of myself, but I know that I can do more better than this one. And some people can say, yes, I can do, because our stay a lot of time in the village, and she don't speak really good in French before, and after that she get her master, she go to Canada and she do something great. It's
Yeah, and
why,
then learn English, a whole nother language, and then
yeah,
learn the language of the trades, which is a whole nother language.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I love seeing the pictures of you with the welding hood and your welding and those are the examples we need, especially for two reasons. Number one, you're a woman. Having women be strong leaders in the trades is something we desperately need. Number two, you're a person of color, representing the black community. That is something also very good because many immigrants, especially immigrant women who come to Canada, they never think trades. They come here from their home countries thinking that they have to do like a women job, and nursing or stuff like that, or in a restaurant or cleaning. And it's like, no, 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 no. We need women of color. We need people to come to this country and thinking about the trades because that is what we need the most. That is the most jobs in the whole country right now. Is we
Yeah.
need that. And I think back home, many women don't even think about it. They don't even think about it at all. Like it's not something they ever discuss at home with their family or around supper about, hey, dad or mom, I want to be a welder when I grow up. That's not a
Yep.
thing, right?
But I think they don't know. They don't know if they can have a good opportunity. So me, it's because my friend say you can try welding. I just trust him. So I think that those women don't know if she can succeed in this trade, or they don't know the opportunity she can have. So
Mhm.
I think for some women, they don't know. Yeah.
Mhm. And do you feel like you are at disadvantage at all being a woman or a person of color in the trades? Or do you feel like it has been a very, fair process for you to learn and to get out there?
I think I'm really lucky. Like being person with color, I don't think, but being a woman, yes. I think being a woman and in the trade, yes. I have the opportunity to work with CWB Foundation. I think, Mary, sorry, but I think because I'm woman, and
Mm-hmm.
yes, I think they saw that I'm educated and I'm woman and I'm in the trade and they can help me grow up.
Right, right.
Like, and for
And you
we
want,
have
I mean, we're looking for mentors, right? You said
Mhm.
yourself you wish you had a mentor, and in some ways right now you are being a mentor to other women. You are.
Yeah.
And that's the way it works. As we get older, I when I was young, I had great mentors for me, and they helped me get to where I am, and then I start mentoring younger people below to try to help them climb too. I mean, the whole podcast is about old Max talking to young people about their amazing journeys, right?
Yeah. 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 I can try to do that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
have a lot of like people in my social media, but I can talk little bit
You're good at
about
talking.
that. Yeah. Yeah. I can try.
Yeah, yeah. So are you more comfortable speaking in French than in English?
Yeah. Wow. I speak my country is a French speaker.
Mm-hmm.
It's a French colony, so I speak great in French.
Yeah.
But I'm just what can I say? Not beginner, like in English, I'm just try
Like intermediate.
intermediate. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So we're coming up to the end of the interview here. This has been fantastic. I just want to ask you a couple more questions. First of all, what is it in welding that you do best? If someone
Oh,
says, "Hey, I got a job for you, and this job is going to be doing this," and you're like, "Yeah, I'm so good at that." What is it that you're best at?
Max, I think I'm best in all. Like,
Oh,
I think, yes.
like MIG
Oh,
or stick or TIG or stainless or carbon or pipe or.
oh, I don't know all of this. I know just MIG, yeah, MIG, MIG Plasco. It's
Mm-hmm.
with the yes,
The
we
two-wheeler,
have to
yeah.
do TIG next year. So I do MIG. After MIG, it's why in French. In English, I don't know. FCAW, like
FCAW,
FCAW,
flux cord
yeah,
arc welding.
flux core.
Yeah.
Yes, I do that, and I do
you do
MIG.
and you do SMAW yet?
Exactly, yeah, we do that.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so of those three, SMAW, GMAW, FCAW, which is the one you're best at?
I think FCAW.
Yeah, flux core is a nice wire. It's nice. It runs nice. Then you can do in all positions. It's nice.
Yeah.
Overhead, vertical. And
Yeah.
there's lots of work already with flux core. Have you gotten any CWB tickets or qualifications yet?
Yeah, I have 4.
Oh, 4. Which 4?
I have 2 in FCAW
Mm-hmm.
and 1 in GMAW
Yeah.
and 1 in
SMAW.
SMAW. Yeah.
Well, that's pretty good. That's 4 tickets. You can already get a job with that tomorrow if you wanted to.
I really want.
Well, you got a year of school left, and then you can get your TIG and stuff.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think you'll have any problems finding work. Like, I mean, when I was going through the tour of your area, there's lots of work in that area.
Yes, I think in the mining.
In
Yes,
mining,
I
yeah.
think. Yeah, there are a lot of mining here and a lot of shop too. So maybe
Mm-hmm. Are you willing
after
to
my school.
move? Are you willing to move to another place if you had to?
Yes, if I
Yeah.
have the chance to move, I can move. I just want to improve myself and learn more. I think for this summer, I have the opportunity to work with CWB and discover all things, a lot of things, and learn more and have a lot of idea of welding.
Mm-hmm.
So I know a bit what is the way I can go, like being instructor, doing engineering, and there are a lot of people that help me a lot to to have a answer of a lot
The
of
different
my
pathways.
question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So after that, I can try to weld. Yeah, I can try to have experience in welding, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that's awesome. And, I would always tell everybody, I always tell people, so, you can choose to not. But in Western Canada, where I live, we have so much welding work. I don't know if you want to come live out west. It's only English, though, no French out here. So it'd be different, but there's lots of work.
I love speaking in English, but sometimes I feel like I don't do great.
Oh,
So
you do fantastic. I've had people on the show who speak much less. It's good.
thank you, Mark.
All right, last question before we wrap up the interview. Let's pretend that it's 10 years in the future now. You have been working as in the office for a big welding company in Canada. You learned how to weld, but then you move into office. You are maybe a director for a company, and you have all this experience about business, about welding, all this fantastic stuff. Very inspirational person I was going to be. And then you decide, okay, it's time to go back home to make a difference in my country. If you had a group, I bring you a group of 15 young girls in Ivory Coast. They're all between the ages of 10 and 15 years old, okay? You got these 15 girls between 10 and 15, and you sit them down in a classroom, and you want to explain to them the future they could have with a trade. What would you tell them?
Wow. Okay, I can try to answer that. That's a great question. I can say that we don't have a position for women and position for men. They can do all they want. They can do, if they want to, they choose some things today, they can change tomorrow if they want, because end of the day, it's what they can be, what they can want, and it's what you feel in your heart. And I can say in the trade, you can have a lot of opportunity. You can have the chance to meet Marc Siron. You can have the chance to meet Kristen. Kristen is my boss I work with, and we can meet a lot of people because you are woman, but not this one. You have to do well all the things you do.
Mhm.
You have to well. You have to learn. You have to search. You have to search for the opportunity. You can stay home and say like, yes, the opportunity will come. You have to looking for.
Mhm.
You can have great money. You can make a lot of money in welding. I know that because my teacher said that.
Mhm.
But you can have a lot of money, but if you scared about burn yourself, you're scared about working
With your
more,
hands, yeah.
yes, with your hand and working a lot of times, I don't think it's for you. You can try, and if it's difficult, you can change, but
Mhm.
you can have a lot of chance in welding. Maybe if you are 15, you can do another things.
Yeah,
I'm
lots of
accountant
time.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
accountant before. I say that I was scared, I was disappointed, I was frustrated because I'm like, I'm 30 years old and my plan wasn't this one, but I like what I'm doing now. And they
Mhm.
can have, if they have the opportunity to do, they have to give all their heart, like
Mm. Yeah.
all the things they can do, and God is great. They can have what they want. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nothing to stop them because I
Yeah.
think many of the societies around the world and still here in North America, there's still a thought that, these jobs are for these people, these jobs are for those people, and that's not right. Job is a job. You want to do it or not. If you love the job, do it. If you don't like the job, switch it. That's
Exactly.
You have that choice. Everybody has that choice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have the choice to stop,
Mm-hmm.
and I have the chance to have a teacher motivate me. But always say that start some things. Don't stay. Start some things and you will see, because I trust that God
Mm-hmm.
he will put you in the right way. Like, you can have the chance to have this one today and have the chance to have bigger. You can go down and you can go up.
Mm-hmm.
Life is move, and yeah, you can do all the things you want. Yeah.
Just have to stick with it, right? You just have to stay with it. Keep
Yeah.
working, right?
Yeah.
Awesome, Awa. Well, anything you would like to say to anybody before we go? Do you want to say hello to anybody, or do you want to say hello to your family in your language, or anything like that?
Oh, that's so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say to my mom, I love her. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, maman. Je t'aime, mignon, à tous mes petits frères. Mignon, d'assez, lot. Je dis le nom. I said it, my brother whole name, like, Vianney Otiniel. Je veux vous dire que je travaille bien, je fais de mon mieux et je sais que vous serez fiers de moi. Je vous aime de tout mon cœur. Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Awa, for being on the show with me today.
Thank you so much, Max. I was so happy to have you. Yeah.
Perfect. All right. And for all the people that have been watching the podcast, stay tuned. As always, we got lots of great shows coming up. Make sure you catch the past shows. Our library is getting pretty extensive. We're coming up on big numbers here. And I've noticed that everyone's kind of going back into the library. I love that. Check out past episodes. We're moving forward. We got FabTech coming up in October. We got the AWMI conference coming up in November. We got lots of great things hatching. We got new videos coming out on YouTube in the next few weeks. So, we always got things rolling out. Check out our YouTube channel. Check out our website. And again, remember, we're a not-for-profit. We're out there supporting the industry. So join, become a member, be a part of our team. Help us with our volunteers across Canada and help us get into communities and make the trades a better opportunity for everybody in this country. So stay tuned for the next episode, and we'll see you there. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed the show.